Hello and welcome to today's video where we will be studying the regulation characteristics of an transistor regulated power supply. You will be using an experimental board, circuit diagram and an observation table with graph to demonstrate the regulation percentage. To start, let's take a look at our circuit diagram. This is our circuit diagram for VNL transistor regulated power supply. So we connect according to this circuit diagram. In the circuit diagram, you can see that we use the transformer, 4p junction diode, capacitors, 390 ohm resistance, transistor, ZENER diode, and also 1.5k ohm resistance. And a voltmeter. We measure the VNL from the voltmeter. So the least count of voltmeter is 0.5 volt, because 0 to 5 you can see that there are 10 divisions, so 5 upon 10 is equals to 0.5. And also the milliammeter least count is 2 milliampere, because we have to fix 100 milliampere the range of millimeter. So this is 0, 20, 40, 60, 80 and 100. So 0 to 20 the division is 10, so 20 upon 10 is equals to 2 milliampere. So the least count of the millimeter is 2 milliampere. So now connect the experimental board circuit according to the circuit diagram for VNL transistor regulated power supply. First of all, we connect the transformer. This terminal are to grounded, and we connect the 390 ohm resistance, and capacitor also connected internally, and then we connect 390 ohm resistance, and the second terminal of 390 ohm resistance connected to the N terminal of ZENER diode, and P terminal are to grounded. So from here, from the ZENER diode connected to the base of the transistor. After that, we connect the collector of the transistor from this point, and then we connect the emitter terminal of transistor to the 1.5k resistor. You can see that there is a 1500 ohm resistance, so we connect the 1500 ohm resistance, and then we connect the voltmeter positive terminal. From here we connect the voltmeter positive terminal, and then connect the negative terminal of voltmeter is to grounded. So our experimental board circuit diagram is completed. So let's turn on the power supply and measure the VNL. So the VNL of our transistor regulation power supply is 5.5. Our second circuit diagram for transistor regulated power supply, you can see that we use the transformer, 4p junction diode, and this is connected to this terminal. So we use the capacitors, 390 ohm resistance, transistor, ZENER. This is a 1.5k ohm resistance. This is RL, And we use the ammeter and voltmeter, ammeter for the current and voltmeter for voltage. We measure the current from ammeter and we measure the volt from voltmeter. And this is RL. We can change the RL 100 ohm, 150 ohm, 220, 270, 1K, 1.5K and 5K. So we are going to connect the experimental board circuit according to this circuit diagram. First of all, we connect the transformer. We use the 9 volt transformer. This is the grounded of transformer. So you can see that this terminal are connected to grounded and capacitor are also connected internally. And now we connect the 390 ohm resistance. This is the 390 ohm resistance, and from the second terminal of 390 ohm resistance to ZENER diode of N terminal, and the P terminal are connected to grounded. So from here we connect the transistor to collector terminal, and from the ZENER diode to base terminal of transistor, and from emitter terminal to the 1.5K ohm resistance, and from here we connect the positive terminal of milliammeter, and this is also internally connected, and from the negative terminal of milliammeter to the RL, this is our RL 100 ohm, 150 ohm, 220. So first of all we connect to 100 ohm resistance, and now we connect the RL to the one terminal to positive terminal of voltmeter, and the negative terminal of voltmeter connected to the second terminal of RL, and we connect to the grounded from the RL. This is our circuit diagram completed for regulation percentage of transistor regulated power supply. So let's turn on the power supply and measure the voltage, current and percentage regulation from the formula. The formula percentage regulation is equals to VNL minus VL upon VL into 100. This is our percentage regulation formula. Let's turn on the power supply. So we can see that the across the 100 ohm resistance the voltmeter reading is, and also we can see that the milliammeter reading. The milliammeter reading is 30 milliampere, and this is a 2.5 volt. So we can change the load resistance from here. We change the 150 ohm, 220 ohm, 270 and 1K, 1.5K and 5K, and note down the reading of the voltmeter and ammeter in observation table. Next, let's vary the load using the variable resistor and measure the voltage across the load, and also measure the current. We can see that the voltage across the load varies with the load. So we change the resistance. We connect the 150 ohm, and also we can see that the voltage reading and current reading. Now let's take at our observation table. We have recorded the voltage, load current and load resistance for various load. We have also calculated the regulation percentage. As we can see, the regulation percentage 0.0000% from 500 ohm. We can see it from the graph at y-axis VL and x-axis IL milliampere. So this is our transistor percentage regulation graph. So we can see that this is a constant almost. And now thank you for watching this video, and I hope it was informative. Please like, share and subscribe our channel.